Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Duke CT, and doing this nice little vlog. And if everything works, and if you guys like to see all this stuff, this is going to be the new format of the last reviewer standing vlogs and everything else. So hopefully you enjoy this. And anyway, let's get into some interesting news, because I just looking in on Twitter, and I know hell site and all, but I just picked on some things, and let's see. Yes. So a new WWE writer called Kenise Mobley, she went on the Asian Not Asian podcast recently, and this is, you know what? She didn't have much. She never watched the product. She doesn't know what's going on. Her main, I love this. I'm gonna put this right there. Blog, whatever. It's not professional. Who cares? She didn't know anything about pro wrestling, but she has a background in film and comedy writing. Let me see. Oh yeah, film production and comedy writing. They said bring it in, and I mean, heck, WWE needs help in production. I would say that, because Lord knows their production and being cut. I mean, just alone, I remember retweeting the match between Alexa Bliss and Sonya Baszler, and they had 20 seconds, and they had over 20 damn cuts, unnecessary cuts, and it just makes me just feel it's just so tedious. I mean, they should, but then again, that's Kevin Dunn for you. Anyway, but yeah, the most hilarious thing is her, she also talked about not watching the product. She doesn't know who this big dude called Bobby. She's got Bobby Ashley. Oh yes, Bobby Ashley. That's that's hilarious. But yeah, she's like, oh, they didn't know the product, and I could go all upset and everything, but this is not new. This is not even new. The WWE's always been doing this, and quite frankly, it's kind of sad. It's really, when you look what's going on with success in wrestling, people look and say, hey, let me get these people who know what wrestling, they have their fingers on the pulse somewhat, and people will watch. Look at SmackDown. Look at NXT. I mean, they got people who know wrestling and such down there. You might agree or disagree, and there's a lot of stuff you can talk about NXT and SmackDown, but at least internally, there's somewhat consistent stuff there. There's actually some consistent stuff there on SmackDown and NXT. I don't know my NXT UK or 205 Live, but it's at least somewhat consistent there. Speak on the consistency of NXT UK and 205 Live in the comment section. Anyone who watches them, that'd be nice. But yeah, there's some consistency there, but Raw is more of, it's a variety show that has no foundation. That's the problem. They have talented wrestlers there. They have talented men, women behind the screen, in front of it. They do, but they don't know where to put these people in people. Like, they don't listen to them, or they just say, yeah, whatever, who cares? Just, we're just gonna have 500 cuts and have Alexa Bliss turn to a zombie, because of course she does. Power of the Fiend, I guess. But you know what? That's what WWE is. They don't have foundations. They barely have a foundation. They barely have anything else going on. When you have this type of internal consistency, but that's what Vince had. It's just Vince McMahon, for all of his money and making fun of WCW, he sure likes to, it seems a lot like they're copying the script from WCW's dying days. Mismanaging younger talent, pointless storylines that go nowhere, young talent don't have nothing to do, and a main event scene that might be cool in some ways, but otherwise mostly stagnant, which shouldn't be with the talent roster that's there. It should not be stagnant. It should not be stagnant. But here we are in the stack. And just outright confusing main events. Just fast booking main events. A Hell in a Cell on Monday Night Raw. What in the world was that? Against Xavier Woods and Bobby Lashley. What kind of WE2K match? Who is running this thing? That's like something right out of WE2K. I mean, wow. And even better, it was for a match that's like Xavier, he wins, he gets his friend the championship match, trying to crib off Kofi Mania. But the thing is, it was Kofi, it was Biggie, and honestly, I think the original Kofi Mania worked because it was Kofi and the New Day continually to fight as a team to get this one man a shot. Here it's just, they just fast forward. They fast forward this big storyline. And after that, Xavier Woods lost. And guess what? He still gets the match because nothing matters. Yay! What? This is why no one really watches Monday Night Raw anymore. Nothing matters. There's nothing that's few and everything else. And when AEW comes back on Wednesdays, which thank goodness is coming back on Wednesdays, which is so, man, it is such, being on Friday nights and Saturdays, it was not, there were some good moments, but man, it just felt awkward. It was mainly awkward. But when they're on Wednesdays, they actually, they announce the show, they have actually matches. They actually say, here you go, people. Here it is, match, and maybe something later. But they actually are building stuff up. I mean, when's the last time you saw that Monday Night Raw? They actually said, okay, maybe last week, well, we have Money in the Bank qualifying matches. We have Drew McIntyre, who is in one of them. Even though he competed in a Hell in a Cell, which if he lost, he couldn't challenge Bobby Lashley anymore. And guess what the Money in the Bank is? Money in the Bank means you can go after any championship. So that basically makes that thing pointless. But he lost, so yay. But if he won, it just makes that type of stipulation pointless. The stipulations have to have merit. If not, who cares? Nothing matters. Nothing actually matters. And I want things to matter in WWE. It used to. It did once upon a time, but now it doesn't. Things matter. I mean, he's at least a bit on SmackDown, NXT. When I care to watch, things seem to have like some weight to them. Impact, stuff matters there. I mean, heck, you had Josh Alexander do a kick-ass Iron Man match with TJP, and that was great. I loved it. And it felt like the X Division Championship, and it gave it more credence, and I love that. AEW, things matter there. New Japan Pro Wrestling, stuff matters there. Ring of Honor, that stuff matters as well. So I don't understand why WWE, meanwhile, everyone's moving forward and WWE is stagnating backwards. And that's what they are right now. They're a stagnating group and they need to actually change things if not, what's the point of watching the show? What's the point of actually doing anything? I don't know. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because this is a company that could be doing great things, but they can't. They're just stubborn, just stuck with this idiotic variety show format that just doesn't seem to work for Monday Night Raw. Here's hoping one day they actually get a good solid foundation because they have the talent, they got the tools, they got the talent, but they have no good solid foundation. And until they have a solid foundation, I don't think this thing is ever going to be fixed anytime soon. Anyway, that's my rant. Hopefully you like the new camera on my cell phone and the microphone. Anyway, that's it. This is Duke CT here. Peace and love. I'll see y'all when I see y'all later.